We've got tips and recipes for healthy living. So for fun and inspiration, come and join us in the Raw Food World.
Everybody, this is Matt Monarch with the Raw Food World TV show. Coming at you in Vilcabamba, Ecuador, with the beautiful iridescent goddess Angela Stokes Monarch.
Jibbers.
So how about some chia seed wrestling with Daniel Vitalis?
Stop it, Bubba.
Nah.
No.
That was quite some interview, everybody, wasn't it?
It was a fun yummers, wasn't it?
It's free right now.
How? Oh, that's complicated, isn't it?
You guys get my newsletters, right? Oh, go to the TV show. The rawfoodworld.tv. And then just look for my last newsletter post, and it's right there. It's only free for another few days.
Get in there quick. It was like an hour and a half, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was a lot of information.
Oh, and a lot of people are having problems downloading it. It's not a problem that they could listen to it online, but they haven't been able to download the actual files so they could put on their iPods and stuff. What you have to do is you got to right-click where it says download file if you decide to register when you get to that point. Damn, I keep itching this scab off and blood just keeps pouring out my body.
Aww.
So you got to right-click on it, and then you got to go save link as. Now, the problem is when people did that, it worked half the time, but the other time it would download like the HTML of the page. It would be like .php instead of .mp3. Oh, man, this is just be gibberish to so many people. So check this out. What you do is where it says download file, you right-click it, and then it's going to let you download it. If for some reason the file you're downloading does not say .mp3, you got to just do it again and do it again. It's all about where you put the cursor on this link. It's a mess, I know, but it's all we got right now. But it will work. Just do it like 10 times, and I guarantee within one of those 10 times, 6 times, one of those 6 times, I guarantee that it will say MP3, and then you could download it, listen to your iPod, iPad, computer, or whatever you like. It's a lot of fun. Me and Daniel went at it back and forth. What would Bubba like to share today?
Barbie, our mayor, is getting better and better and better and better. And we're very excited.
Did we even ever tell the TV show that she had herpes?
She doesn't have herpes.
Well, what is it? On her lip, it's just like this big old cold sore looking mucus
Maybe
thing.
it's herpes. We don't know what it is. That's still part of the mystery. Is the only name that we've ever had for it is Evil from Holland, from the Spanish, which is Mal de Holanda. We don't know what it is, but she's getting better, and I'm very grateful because it's been very dramatic all week.
I feel so sad for her. It's not the thing on her mouth I get scared of. It's like when we have to get her and tie her and put the stuff on her lip and all that fun stuff.
She gets so upset.
So scared.
But it's nearly over.
Started raining,
You can
didn't
hear
it?
it in the background.
Is it raining?
Yeah.
It's raining. Sweet. What that means is I'm about to get like 10 more figs off my fig trees
Woo!
whenever it rains, and then they're going to grow like 5 feet in like 3 days. Okay, so, what else, baby girl? Nothing?
Don't you want to talk to the nice people about Shim Shams?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, so I'm here, everybody. I've been on a 100% raw food diet for 13 years now.
Really?
13 years.
That's a very long time.
Yes. So I'm here to tell you that it works. There's many other people saying it doesn't work. Well, it does, if done correctly.
It can work.
Yes. Everyone tries to get scientific and goes into the details. Oh, I know many raw vegans that get blood tests and they don't do it, and I wasn't able to do it, so nobody can do it. I'm not talking about Daniel Vitalis here. Me and Daniel are cool with that, and whatever, it's no big deal. There's many people that say this. So I'm just bringing it out here. I'm succeeding. 13 years, 100% raw. I get my blood test every 2 years. And I'm about to get it very soon again. An 83-year-old friend of mine who's been on a 100% raw food diet for 55 years, who eats just like me. It's very rare I find raw vegans that eat like me and my 83-year-old friend. He's been on for 55 years. He got his blood test, a very extensive blood test. He has testosterone levels of a man in his 20s. The doctor's jaw almost dropped. 0 deficiencies.
That's an interesting one, isn't it?
Yes. 3 years ago, when I was about I was a raw foodist for 10 years, I got my first blood test. Yeah, I waited 10 years. Dr. T at Ecopolitan took my blood, and he said the only thing that I was low in was iron by 1 point.
Wow. What does that mean?
Well, first off, my 83-year-old friend who is a specialist in helping heal people from disease and diet, he knows all the terminology of every single thing on these blood tests right here. He can go the ins and outs on everything. And he actually says that raw food eaters, their levels are actually lower than other people's. Now, we're not saying there's a scale. Like, let's say the scale for something is between 100 and 600. I'm not saying below 100 is deficient. But for raw food eaters, they usually run into they might be at 200 or 300 or 150. They'll be in the lower levels, which is completely normal. A lot of people don't know this. So here I was. Everything is above the lower scale, and my iron was down by 1 point. I wasn't nervous at all. I took a raw iron from Garden of Life for a few days.
You didn't die, did you?
I didn't die, no. So 2 years later, me and Angela got our blood test again. And everyone's always complaining about the vitamin D, vitamin B12. We got to be careful about this. So I got those done. Vitamin B12, I don't take a B12 supplement. I eat royal jelly powder. It's my eating habits. If you read Guyton's book on physiology, it actually states that the man creates his own B12. Now, most people don't have a healthy, clean system to enable this to happen, in my opinion. However, I think the way I am and the extremist I am, that it is happening. Royal jelly does have B12 in it, they say, so maybe that's the reason too. I don't really know all the answers here, but I'm not B12 deficient. I got this part of the blood test here for you right now. Okay, it says vitamin B12. The levels for vitamin B12 that are normal are 211 to 911. 211, 911. Mine was 373. Vitamin D is 32 to 100. That's the normal range. 38.7. Now, this was a time where Angela and I was traveling. I was stressed, wasn't getting sun. You know how it is. And I was still fine. Right now, I'm excited to get my blood test levels because I think it's going to be just skyrocketing. Just so everybody could see here, Matthew J. Monarch, less than a year ago by 7 days, actually 16 days. If you look here, vitamin D right in the normal range and vitamin B12 in the normal range. 0 supplements, just use the sun and ate a raw food diet. So the 2 years later, if you look at my iron levels here, which was down by 1 point before, the normal is 40 to 155. My iron level is 63 now.
Wow. That's cool.
The body, homeostasis. Homeostasis is the point where your body wants to be at. And the easier time it has to get there, the happier and easier it's going to be. So the body's, its goal in life, your body, is to make you live as long as you possibly can with all the outside factors you're doing to it. So at some point, you might take a blood test one day and then a month later it could be completely different.
It's always working towards optimal health, isn't it, Bob?
Right. Yeah, totally. And I do have one low thing here.
What is it?
Calcium. 8.7 to 10.2 is normal. 8.6. It's kind of like the iron situation. I was 1 point down.
Oh. Well, it's not even 1 point, is it?
It's 0.1. Okay, so I'm going to get my blood test soon. I have to figure out how to do that out here. And watch, it's going to be completely different. This was like a time of stress and stuff like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's interesting, isn't it, Mr. Monarch?
Yes. And then here's a whole nother page, just a bunch of mumbo jumbo, T3, immature cells, monocytes.
Immature cells. There's nothing.
No lows, doesn't say low anywhere. It would say low if there was a flag of some sort in the middle, but we're all good. Okay, everybody. So why is it that I don't have any deficiencies and there's people out there saying, oh, all raw foodists have deficiencies. There's no avoiding it. It is impossible. I'm here to tell you that it's not true.
It's not true, is it?
Well, it is true. A lot of people do go through deficiencies. Not only raw foodists, but also other people.
Like sailors.
Like sailors.
And clowns.
And clowns. When I was younger, my mom used to put, like, she decided to, like, make everything clowns in my room. Like, it was a clown theme.
That's scary.
So here I was in my bed all by myself. Even, like, my little piggy bank was a scary-looking clown. There was, like, clown faces all over the place, red and lips and everything. Then she would just close the door, and I'd be with the clowns all night long for months on end.
Oh, no.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so why is it that I don't have deficiencies? Okay, so it's very rare that I find people, that raw foodists, that eat like my 83-year-old friend or myself. It's actually kind of funny because when I hang around other raw foodists, I'm just like, how can you be eating all that? Like, it's just crazy. I mean, maybe I'll play with them for one day and then I'm just like, done. That's it. I can't keep that up. It's crazy. So when you consistently, the less you eat, the better you absorb. It makes sense, right? Your body needs the food. It just does that. If you have all this glop just going in here that's not digested or cut down, one habit that I do that I've talked about in many TV shows is I eat micronutrients before I eat any solid meal. And I eat micronutrients on an empty stomach all day long. Micronutrients are absorbable foods where you get vitamins and minerals very easily, such as green juice, royal jelly powder, pine pollen powder, green foods and stuff like that.
And other little micronutrients as well, isn't it, Bubba?
Yeah. So before I eat anything, these go in my body. As soon as somebody eats, their absorption rate goes down for the rest of the day. I just made that up. Because it's true. It's just blatantly obvious. Anything that comes out of any human being is made up from a human being. It's all nonsense.
It's all neurosis, isn't it?
Yes, humans are neurotic. Okay. So, what people do, like a raw foodist, they eat food before they do anything else, and then maybe while their food's digesting, they'll have a green juice, and they're thinking they did good to their body by getting vitamins and minerals, when it's probably actually doing more harm.
Why?
Because you got to get this stuff on an empty stomach. You're overlapping meals. You're creating fermentation. I can't eat. My body won't allow me to eat until my one meal is digested. Horses.
Lots of horse drama in the background.
Okay. We cleanse our colons on a periodic basis. When you go on a raw food diet, you become a toxic cesspool. There's no avoiding it.
Why?
Because you detox from all the years of poor eating. It's like a heroin addict stopping crack, heroin, and all of a sudden they just go through withdrawals and they're in the hospital going ballistic. But when you're a raw foodist, you're eliminating like 1 million substances. And you're just eating water practically. So now you have all this gas and fermentation building up within your body. It's not easy for nutrients to get through these gases and stuff like that into your absorption tract. So when I eat my first solid meal, I won't have any more micronutrients until that's completely digested. And before I eat my next meal, I'll probably have some micronutrients. It's raining out, and they go kind of like crazy when this happens. They go just flipping around. No?
Mm.
No.
Is
All
that
right.
enough about blood now?
Yes.
Where can people get their blood tested if they want to?
I don't know. Just ask somebody. I'm in Ecuador. I'm going to figure it out. And I'm going to try to get the most extensive blood test I can possibly do just to make everybody happy.
Do you think it will make them happy?
Why not?
Oh dear.
And this was a time where I was just like, it wasn't happening, you know? Now we're just like chilling. We're getting everything we need. We're getting all our sleep. I'm in the sun every day.
Playing with the horses.
Fresh air.
Uh,
I wonder if they could hear them.
Everybody's running.
Woo! All right. Who do we got there?
Angela Stokes, Monarch.
And Matt Monarch, rocking 0 deficiencies on a 100% raw food diet. If I can do it, then you can do it too. And we'll see you again tomorrow at the Raw Food World TV show.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you again at the Raw Food World.